Powerhouse.
One-on-ones with Murph and Roy.
Yes, sir.
What's
yes,
up,
sir.
world? What's up, world? We back at it for another week.
Yeah.
Murph, what's good, man? What's
Chilling,
going
man.
on?
Week 7. Welcome to One-on-One Podcast. Thank you for all the fans, the followers, the YouTubers, the subscribers. Just want to thank you all for joining us this morning of Week 7. Your One-on-Ones Podcast where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Well, at least in our minds. Roy, man, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, man. Feeling good. You know,
Yes,
a lot
sir.
to talk about, man, and just ready to get things started. How did your fantasy weekend go?
Hey, man, I'm 4-0. 4-0. 4-0 this week, world.
Okay,
4-0. My
okay,
first
okay,
4-0
okay.
week. My first
Salute,
4-0 week.
salute.
My first 4-0 week. You know,
That's
but
great.
I ain't going to waste no time, bro. We're going to jump right into it, man. We got the fans, you know, they've been anxiously waiting on our return from last week.
Let's
All
get
right.
it.
Let's jump right into it, man. Dolphins Eagles reaction.
Oh man, where do we start with that one, man? That's a big game last night. Two powerhouse teams. Man, I think all the stars were out. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Davonte Smith. Man, fly Eagles fly, baby.
Here you
Let's
go.
go. You
Here
already
you
know
go.
what time
Here
it
you
is,
go.
baby.
Here
Fly
you go.
Eagles
Here you
fly.
go.
You
He getting
feel me?
started.
So
Oh,
as
man.
you know,
Oh,
my
man.
NFC pick came to play, and I picked them for the
Yep.
game picks that last week.
You did pick them. You did pick them.
And you went with the Dolphins. Let's be clear on that.
I did. Hey, no, it's my turn. Just let me know when it's my
No,
turn.
it ain't
Okay,
your
but
turn
you got
yet,
the
but
flow.
okay.
Go ahead.
So, man, so the Eagles, they established the line of scrimmage, right? Tush push, you can't stop it.
Man.
Right? You can't stop it. Fourth and one, just book it. They're going to get a first down or a touchdown. You seen it for a touchdown. You seen it for numerous fourth and ones, right? Let's get to A.J. Brown. This is his fourth or fifth consecutive game going over 125 yards receiving. That looks to be a connection that is one of the tops in the league. You know, when you talk about quarterback, number one receiver duos. Man, that boy, DeAndre Swift, man, he looks as swift as ever. Man, juking cats out, hitting the hole hard and quick. And, I mean, the weapons they have, tight end, Dallas Goedert, scored a touchdown, was getting targets early and often. And then Davonte Smith. I mean, they just have so many weapons to go along with that top-tier offensive line. It's really hard to beat those guys. You can't stop them on fourth and one. You can't stop them at the goal line. Like, how do you beat this team? Now, the Jets beat them. I give you that. They got a little bit out of character. They played flat. But when the Eagles are playing Eagles ball, it's very few teams in this league that could beat them.
Man, stop the madness. Stop the madness, man.
Come on,
Stop
bring
the
it,
madness.
bring it.
Stop
Come
the
on,
madness.
bring
Stop
it,
the
bring
madness, man. Hey, well, I can say this to my Eagles fans. It was a good job by the Eagles. It was a great job by the Eagles. You know, I mean, they did what they were supposed to do. What any championship team is supposed to do. You get hit in the mouth, you're supposed to come back fighting. And that's what they did. They got hit in the mouth by the Jets, and they came back fighting. So, but it wasn't the fact that the Eagles did so good that they just won the game. Like, it was really Miami Dolphins dropped the ball. Tyreek Hill to be main one. Cheetah, I feel you're the number one receiver in the NFL. You can't drop the ball. You dropped 2 touchdowns right in your hand. One of them you caught and you rocked it and it threw out the back of the end zone. So at the end of the day, it wasn't so much that the Eagles won, is that the Miami Dolphins lost. And I'm going to stand on that because they're a young team. They're a hot team. They're coming up. Tua played well. He's still, number 3 quarterback in stats after finishing week 7. Defense played well. He did throw an interception towards the end of the game, trying to force it in there. But Jalen Waddle went down with a back injury early in the game. That kind of hurt the momentum. Injuries played a big key. A-Chain, he's on the sideline. He's hurt. He's out. Mostert, we saw that he probably is better to have a running back by committee to have, is better.
Oh, so running back by committee.
Well, certain running backs
okay.
need a committee. Some don't. Adrian Peterson never needed a committee. You know what I mean? There's some running backs that don't need a committee. And Mostert might be one that needs a chain. You know what I mean? So
You be the first to admit, huh?
yeah, I'll be the first to admit
Okay.
that he probably needs a committee. That has nothing to do with guaranteed contracts, Roy. Just so we are clear about that.
This is about workload and running backs into the ground.
So but and making sure that they still contracts are guaranteed. But congratulations to the Eagles. I'm not going rain on your parade. But it was the fact that the Dolphins lost the game. It wasn't the fact that the Eagles did. And so many questionable calls. Face mask, the man ran and he got the ball, he pulled his face mask off, and so many pass interference calls. It was a lot of home cooking. The Eagles had a lot of home cooking up there, boy. And I know I've played in that stadium. I understand the fans. I understand the dynamic. I understand that there are some ruthless fans in Philadelphia. But congratulations, and it was not. I'm not going to use the word
fly,
fair,
baby. Hey.
So do you think that the Eagles can keep this up?
Absolutely.
You think they can keep it up?
They have the formula to win the Super Bowl. They play solid defense. You can't even run the ball. Did you see?
They was flying around.
That defensive line is stout. Big play slate with a pick.
On a pass interference. That was a pass interference call.
What does that say, pick? You feel me? So when you got a team that can play defense, you can't run the ball, you got to pass to even get any type of success, so you can kind of really make sure your secondary is in place to make plays, right? So, and then offensively, you can't even stop them. Like, how do you stop that team? Like, that's a really good question. So,
I mean, the tush push is one thing that I feel like it should be banned from the NFL. I don't agree with the tush push. I don't think the tush push should be allowed. You're pushing guys ahead to get 1 yard.
So for you to say that means you want to take out the quarterback sneak, because that's essentially what it is. It's a quarterback sneak.
But I'm taking out the 3 people that's standing behind them that's pushing them forward, dog.
Okay, so that's the only part you would take out.
Yes, you can't push the man forward, because think about it. On field goals, are you allowed to push guys forward?
But do linemen push running backs into the end zone? Yes, they do.
That's a running back. But I'm saying at the start of the play, answer this question. On field goals, can you push another
on field goals.
What's the difference?
On field goals?
That's what I'm saying. On the defense,
the defensive side?
Yeah, they pushing guys forward on the field goal. You know what I'm saying? Like if you push somebody forward or you use somebody to jump over them to block the field goal, it's a penalty.
No, Myles Garrett jumped over the line yesterday. It's not a penalty if you clear him without touching him.
But you remember the rule. Remember, I think it was the Seattle Seahawks. I think Richard Sherman spoke out about this, was about the fact that, on the defense, at one point they was pushing guys through on the defense side to block a field goal. So get behind them, you push a D lineman forward, you clear a hole, you put your hand up, you block the field goal. Now, on offense, you could get behind the tush push, the Philadelphia Eagles tush push. Now you could get behind the quarterback and push him forward for a first down or for a touchdown.
Yeah, because you know why? Because it's still legal.
I know, still. But why it's being litigated upon as we speak.
You know why? Because they can't stop it.
hey, they're going to find a way to stop it. But that's the thing. I agree with my defensive players, though. See, like defensive players, this is an offensive-driven league. So they're going to go ahead and let this rule stand because teams want to see points. They want to see points. They want to see the offense to keep the ball. So it's probably a moot point to argue, but, hey, this is a debate show, so we're going to debate it anyway. And I think that the tush push should be discontinued. I think it should be a penalty. Tom Brady never needed a tush push. Never. Tom Brady never needed a tush push. Number 1 best quarterback sneaker in the history of the football. Never needed somebody.
Best quarterback sneaker.
Yes, never needed.
So Jalen Hurts not going to go down as better than him?
It's different categories. Different category. It's like bowling, and you get to use
honestly
2 balls at one time versus one person using 1 ball. It's different. He uses quarterback sneak by himself versus he has 3 people pushing him.
Well, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. Jalen Hurts so strong. He does so many leg presses. He could. His legs.
How much
could
he leg
bench
press, Roy?
500 pounds.
How much did he leg press, Roy?
He could go 500 pounds.
Okay.
So honestly, I don't even think he need them to push him.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs them.
Well,
to get in.
why they using them to push him?
Hey,
Tush push. It's
four
going
better
across the
than
league.
one.
It's like
Four better than
wildfire.
one.
It's viral right now. The tush push. The tush push.
Yeah, because you know why? Look, facts. Trig.
Man, nobody.
Trig the truth.
Here go.
Facts. Let's go, Trig. So the point is, the tush push is a play that nobody can stop when the Philadelphia Eagles run it. So if you got a competitive advantage, you gonna use it. That's with anything. Like, why wouldn't you use your competitive advantage?
Well, it used to be illegal. Do you know that? In 2005, look the rule up.
Is it illegal now, Murph?
Hold on. There was a time where if you push somebody into the end zone or you push somebody forward, it was illegal. And in 2006, it got disbanded. So
is it legal? Yes or no?
They made
right
it legal.
now?
It's legal now.
Okay.
It is legal now. It is legal now. But it was illegal until 2006.
But what I got to do with now, Murph?
I'm saying that there is a controversy there. That means there's a topic there. Where there's smoke, there's fire. That's what I'm saying.
So
where there's smoke, there's fire.
So until they
that's what I'm
change the
saying.
rules,
Yeah,
they're going to keep doing it,
That's
right?
what the media is here for.
Yeah.
We're here to push a narrative, and we're pushing a narrative right now.
Yeah.
I'm pushing a narrative that it needs to be discontinued because my teams are suffering from it.
Keep running it. You keep winning, keep running it. You know how the old saying in football, you can't stop it, so we're going to keep running it.
Duh, that's crazy. All right, Roy, man, jumping on to the next topic, man. What our next topic of the day, Roy?
Next topic is, are the Chiefs set to repeat?
Yes.
We want to hear from y'all. Y'all chime in on the conversation.
Chime in. Make sure you comment,
like, subscribe on the YouTube channel. We want y'all to be a part of the debate. Go ahead, Murph.
Before we drop into that, man, make sure you drop guys some Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Any of your products you need to be promoted, make sure you come on the show and hey, free advertising for now. Hey.
Get it while you can.
Get it while you can. Get it while you can. All right. So, what was the question again, Roy?
Are the Chiefs set to repeat?
Yes. I believe the Chiefs are set to repeat and win the Super Bowl against your Philadelphia Eagles.
Why?
The reason why is because they got the best player in the universe.
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay. Patrick Mahomes is the best player in the universe, man. He's unstoppable. It's a quarterback-driven league, and he can't be stopped. And then we'll go here. He is number one in passing yards, number two now in touchdowns, if I recall it correctly. But as far as just game manager, he's going to manage the game. He's not going to turn the ball over.
Oh, he's way better than game manager. Let's not say that.
I'm not saying, he's a playmaker.
Right.
But I'm just going to say, like, even our game manager, when it comes down to the fourth quarter, okay, this past game, they were playing the Chargers.
Right.
And they needed, they were up by 7.
Right.
And they needed to run the clock out. They needed to go down. He drove down. Really, they had a good punt return. That's another thing. They're just a great team. They had a good punt return by Mecole Hardman, who came back from the New York Jets.
The same week,
who they said that he wasn't a good fit in New York. Comes back, runs a punt return back. Patrick Mahomes, a lot of people would stall right there. He puts it in the end zone, and they go up 14. It's his ball game. Close curtains. So I like the fact that Patrick Mahomes he's one, like you say, he's a playmaker beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Right.
He's the number one quarterback in the NFL, bar none. 2-time MVP, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Does not have does not have a number one receiver, but he doesn't need one. He's about to chase Tom Brady on winning Super Bowls. He has 2. He'll win 3 this year. You heard it first on the show. He'll repeat, win 3, and he'll go back to get his 4th. He's that good.
Okay, so I disagree, Murph.
Okay.
Wholeheartedly with the Chiefs repeating.
Okay.
You know why?
Tell me why.
Why? Because they need a number one receiver. Now, granted, don't get
Travis Kelce. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. Hey, we got everybody at the game, man. We got Taylor Swift at the game. Hey. We got the whole. They got a whole mob out there, baby.
Yeah,
they got the whole.
I seen Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes. They was cheering and jumping in the box, But I'm gonna take the field, man. You know why? First of all, we got the Fly Eagles Fly.
What happened to him last year?
I don't care about last year.
What happened to him last year?
I'm talking about now.
What happened to him last year?
I'm talking about now. So the Chiefs, just aren't as explosive. Now, maybe Mecole Hardman will help to change that. Who knows? That's yet to be seen. But they just don't seem as explosive as they have been in years past. I got to see how they're going to use Jarrett McKinnon, how they're going to mix in Rashee Rice. But they just don't seem – they seem a little bit too reliant on Travis Kelce. Now, he's the best tight end in the league, so I understand that.
Shout out Marquez Valdez-Scantling, got his first touchdown of the season.
Had a good game.
Big play across the middle, staying alive on a scramble drill, caught it, turned upfield, scored. Yeah, hit the Dougie. Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. They're a good team still. But, again, I'm going to just take the field this year. I don't think they have the same juice as they had in years past.
That's an easy bet.
Now, one thing I will say, the defense is better than they have been, too. The Chiefs' defense.
Chris Jones.
So that could help.
Jones.
I'm going to go with the field. Murph.
I mean, that's the easy bet, man.
That's the easy bet?
Because nobody wants to take the truth. That man is the best quarterback in the NFL.
I just like the Eagles better, bro, plain and simple.
Yeah,
I think they're a more complete team.
So you like losers?
No.
You like losers.
In 2023, ain't nobody won.
You like losers.
In 2023,
you like losers.
It's a clean slate.
They lost.
It's a clean slate.
What was the score? Did they not lose in 2023 to the Kansas City Chiefs? Did the Philadelphia Eagles lose this year?
What's the key word?
This year.
Last year.
No. This year.
Last season.
February. When was the Super Bowl?
The Super Bowl is in February 2024.
No, when was the Super Bowl? When was the Super Bowl?
We're talking about this year. Why are you dwelling in the past?
That's this year. At the end of the day, you're not giving credit to where the credit lays.
World, what y'all think? Do the Chiefs repeat this year? We want to hear from y'all. Let me hear some more perspective from the audience, and we debate about it.
Come on, baby, vote that Chiefs. Vote for them Chiefs, man. The Chiefs. Do the Chiefs repeat this year? That will be posted today. I love that.
I like the Eagles, man.
Man, I just love what Patrick Mahomes brings to the game, man. He's State Farm commercials. He just a smooth dude, man. He work hard. He broke his ankle in the playoffs and came back the next game. Like, man, y'all need to go watch that quarterback series Netflix, man. On the quarterback series Netflix, they need to go watch that. You need to go watch that, man. It'll give you a whole nother different perspective of Patrick Mahomes. He's my favorite player, man. He got the Mamba mentality. He got the Kobe mentality. He got the LeBron mentality. He's focused. He married. He ain't playing no games. Like, he locked in. Like, I love what he brings to the game. I love what Andy Reid brings to the game. It's a complete system. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the coach from Philadelphia out coaching. Andy Reid.
So you got the Chiefs as the Super Bowl champs again, repeating.
Yeah, that's been my pick.
Now, right. So the Miami Dolphins, you like them too.
Yeah.
Now
I like the Dolphins.
So Dolphins, let's say the Dolphins meet the Chiefs in the AFC Championship. Who you take?
That won't happen.
So Dolphins not getting to the AFC Championship.
Nah.
Okay.
Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, Baltimore Ravens. Okay.
Flop.
So Baltimore and Miami playing the playoffs. Baltimore beats Miami.
Baltimore beats Miami.
Okay.
Baltimore beats Miami.
You heard it here first.
Baltimore beats Miami. That's.
Oh.
That's a tough. Miami, Baltimore.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm gonna have a divided house, dog. It's gonna be divided in my house, bro. It's gonna be because we got Miami fans, we got Baltimore fans. The AFC where it's at. The Super Bowl coming through the AFC. Super Bowl coming through the AFC. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, you gotta have an NFC team.
But it's. Yeah, I got an NFC team. They ain't doing well. They're not doing well. The NFC team not doing well. I'm out there, jumping on the 49er bandwagon, because I don't know.
My two picks for the NFC Championship.
You did. My pick was Cowboys, 49ers. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes, man. But that was a good question, man. Mm-hmm. Ravens, Miami Dolphins in the AFC Championship, in the playoff game to go to the AFC Championship, boy, that's going to be a big-time game. Yes, that's going to be a big-time game.
Now, don't get me wrong, man. I like the Dolphins. I think they got a good team. Last night they didn't have the two top corners. Jalen Ramsey, he's coming back from his knee injury. Xavier Howard didn't play. He had a groin injury.
Talk to him, Roy. Spit that knowledge.
So I will say that Dolphins are going to get even better defensively. They have a really great line. So I'll say all that to say Dolphins gonna be in the mix in the AFC.
For sure.
So they're gonna give.
And I forgot about that. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey was at the game. He was on the sideline.
Yeah.
He was. We got some comments from the viewers. Chiefs don't repeat. Chiefs repeat without a doubt. I'm not hearing it. I know everybody jumping on Roy's side. That's cool. That's cool. They got 49ers. Man, I don't know about 49ers. I mean, 49ers, they injured. They banged up. So we're going to see. They play tonight, right?
Yeah,
49ers
and the Vikings.
And Vikings. 49ers, Vikings. So
and you know who going to win that one, baby?
Yeah.
49ers.
So going back to who the NFC, what was it, NFC picks we was talking about?
No, we were saying
injuries. Jalen Ramsey was at the game. Xavier Howard did not play. That's huge because Jalen Ramsey on A.J. Brown in a playoff game.
That'd be must-see TV.
Ooh, I know Jalen Ramsey on the sideline. Like, boy, I can't wait to get back on duty.
The one thing he wanted to do out there last night, he couldn't do. He wanted to strap him up.
Seatbelt. You couldn't do it to him? All right, cool. We moving on, bro. What we got next?
So the next question is the AFC North, Murph. Who wins the I'm sorry. Yeah, the AFC North. Who wins the AFC North? We got the Baltimore Ravens, Pittsburgh Steelers. We got the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Who wins the AFC North?
I'm sticking with my pick. I'm sticking with the Baltimore Ravens, man. I love the fact that the Baltimore Ravens went and scrubbed up the Detroit Lions. We had viewers on here yesterday, fans, everybody talking about Detroit Lions and how good they were and this and that, and they 5-1, and Jared Goff should be in the MVP race.
MVP? Who said that?
Man, I ain't gonna say no names, Roy. I ain't gonna say no names. But they came on here talking kind of like, I'm like, man, okay, they gonna go. Detroit going, and they had kind of had me. It was so convincing that it had me believing the hype. And then next thing you know, Lamar Jackson,
Action Jackson,
and the Baltimore Ravens came out swinging. I'm thinking, what was first half 24-0, 21-0, 24, 20,
something to that effect. Yeah, 21.
24-0. At the end of the day, it was 35-0 at one point, and now Lamar Jackson has emerged back into the MVP race. Talks.
Oh yeah, he top 5 MVP right now
for sure.
Lamar,
without a doubt. He's top. With that performance yesterday, he's top 3.
Top 3?
Maybe top 2. That fast. Because he really was never out of the conversation. Never in my mind.
Action Jackson,
top 3. Jackson, top 2. Patrick Mahomes.
Top 2? Oh. Patrick Mahomes. From top 5 to top 3 to top 2.
Patrick Mahomes. Then Lamar Jackson.
So what if he
name a better 2?
So what if he had a bad week next week? He's still top 2? If he have a bad week next week?
I'm just saying that he has 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He has just as many yards as Mahomes, Tua, and he's probably only 3. And then also one thing he does have on top of everybody else, he got 400 rushing yards. No quarterback has that right now. Zero quarterbacks. Zero quarterbacks had that. Nobody got rushing yards like Lamar Jackson or rushing touchdowns.
Bro, who's athletic like Lamar Jackson at the quarterback?
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. No, you right as far as he's playing at an MVP level. His 2019 season when he won the MVP, he's currently playing at that level. I totally agree.
Yes, without a doubt.
So I'm not going to sit here and say he's not
He had a 155 passer rating yesterday. 155.8 to be exact. Passer rating. Yeah. He was 21 of 27, 393 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks.
Bro,
and he's not top 2?
I don't know about top 2.
Okay.
I give you top 5 for sure. I give you top 5 for sure.
Wait, Jared Goff still up there?
I never said Jared. Hey, look, Jared Goff still up there. You ain't gonna hear Jared Goff's MVP come out my mouth.
Come on.
No, I ain't
going. So what that is, Roy?
Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
And I was saying Tua.
After last night? After last night, we talking about right now, like y'all always do me. Right now.
Right now, I give Action Jackson the boost. I give Action
okay. You don't move him to top 5, top 3 to 2.
I give him the boost. I wouldn't say top 2. I said Tua. Tua, then
Lamar. No, hold on. So
Lamar.
You dropping your Super Bowl pick, Jalen Hurts? He's out of it?
No, he not out. He full.
He folk. So you got who you got? You got
Mahomes,
Tua,
Action Jackson, Hurts.
Okay.
And who my fifth?
Christian McCaffrey? CMC?
Maybe CMC. Yeah, maybe CMC. We'll see how the night goes. But
okay.
You know this league, it's what have you done for me lately league. You know? So whoever's playing the hottest.
I'm just going to say, Patrick Mahomes he was 20 for 23, 321 yards, 321 yards, 3 touchdowns, 140 passing rate at the half.
Bro, we agree on that. Patrick Mahomes is the clear front runner for the MVP right now. We clear on that.
Okay, that wasn't last week. Y'all was kind of Tua, maybe Patrick.
But
Jalen Hurts. But yeah, go back to the question.
Going back to the question.
Go back to the question.
Who wins the AFC North?
Who you like?
So you got the Ravens.
Yes, Ravens. Yes. I don't even know what it is. I got to ask my wife. Flock Ravens fly? How I go? How the Ravens go?
I don't even know what the Ravens. That's
Ravens, yeah, we flying today with the Ravens. Go ahead. Who you like, Roy?
Shout out Stasia. You know she's from Baltimore. She going.
You know what the Ravens fans? What the Ravens fans? What they something else?
Shout out B more. But no, listen. I'm sticking with my Bengals, man. I'm gonna stand on it. That was
Cincinnati. Joe Burrow.
I'm sticking with Joe Burrow.
Okay.
You know they started out rough. You know they're trying to get their feet under themselves. Joe Burrow started with the Arizona game where he started to look more like Joe Burrow. Last week they pulled out a tough win, so they're 3-3, sitting at 500.
Just coming off a bye week.
Yep. So hopefully some of the guys can get healthy. So I'm looking for
Jamar Chase coming back, right? He
wasn't injured. It was T. Higgins.
Oh, Higgins. Yeah. My apologies. Yep.
Higgins was dealing with a rib injury, so he had a week to rest. So I'm looking for the Bengals to really make that playoff push like they typically do. They typically start out slow. So so look out for those boys. So I'm not ready to crown.
So you think the Bengals beat the Ravens in the AFC North? Like so you're still taking your Bengals as the AFC North champion?
Yeah, I'm standing on that.
You standing on that?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm standing on that.
Okay, I'm gonna rock with these Ravens.
So you still got the Ravens. I still got the Bengals, and we're gonna check back in a few weeks and see how it's going. But you can't count a team out. They 3-3, Murph. Like. You can't sit here and say they don't have a chance.
I'm not. Yeah, they have a chance, but win, I don't think they got a chance to win it.
So what they got a chance? You said they got
a chance to be competitive. Because Action Jackson, baby, I'm telling you, Action Jackson, he ain't playing around.
But
I'm telling you. And look, I said this from way long ago.
But this is a regular season. What have you done in the playoffs?
You have. Okay, this is what I want to get to.
That's where it matters.
What has Lamar Jackson done?
Real football starting in November, December.
Yes. Exactly. I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer why Lamar Jackson will win the AFC North. He got paid. Y'all gonna hear me talk about this all the time. The psychology of a player. I'm gonna start changing y'all there. The psychology of a player. These are human beings. This is not fantasy football. Lamar Jackson got the bag. It's like when you date a chick. You date them, date her, and you never propose, you never make that commitment, you never get married. So she's not happy and she wants to leave. And even though you end up getting married, it still might be issues. You know what I'm saying? But it is that honeymoon phase. So in that honeymoon phase, Lamar Jackson got paid. He got 80 million guaranteed, 160 million guaranteed. I mean, it's so much money you can't even count it. So at the end of the day, he is now married to the Ravens. Will there be issues? Yeah, there'll be issues. But when a psychology of a player, when someone makes that commitment to you as an organization, and you can hold your head up, you can walk around, you be like, boy, you got that bad, boy, you walking, you know what I'm saying? It builds you up. It makes you feel better. Lamar Jackson, I don't really think that those ankle injuries, especially last year, that he really was hurt. He shut it down because...
So you think he was faking it for the bag?
No, I don't think he was faking it. I think he was like, what else do I have to do? Like, they was in playoff contention, but they wasn't, the Bengals were playing lights out. So it was like, why come back?
But you just said he wasn't really hurt.
Yeah, I'm saying that he was, it's the difference between hurt and injured. It's a difference. It's the difference between being hurt and being injured.
So was he hurt or injured?
He was hurt. He was not injured.
So hurt you can still play.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Injured you can't.
Exactly.
So he was hurt.
He was hurt
and decided not to play because of the bag. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, the psychology of a player. Why would I go out there and risk hurting? Like, I'm hurt. Why would I go out there and risk the injury? You see what I'm saying? Because I'm hurt.
Because you don't have a bag.
Because I don't have the bag.
But if you had the bag, you would play hurt.
And that's what's going to go. That's what's going to happen this year. That's what's going to happen this year. What's going to happen this year is he's going to play through any nagging injury. Why? Because, boy, I'm going home to them 180 M's. Guaranteed. I'm going home. So no matter what, we married. So I could break my hip bone. They going to make sure it's okay. I could break my neck. They going to make sure it's okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, the psychology of a player. He's going to play. You can see it. He's playing more free. He's leading the team in rushing yards. He's probably leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards. And he just had 155% passer rating. And he beat the Detroit Lions, who the whole world was talking about. Watch them out. Here they Super Bowl. They coming for the Super Bowl. They going for the NFC. Who's the new king of the NFC? Detroit Lions, 5-1. Knocked them off. Bum.
No.
Knocked their head off.
Hold on.
Knocked their head off.
Who said it was king of the NFC? That ain't come from Roy.
Well, I'm not saying that it came from you. I'm saying media in general.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? Media in general. People was talking about, ESPN was talking about, even on the on First Take, they were talking about how Detroit Lions has a good stance to make noise in the NFC.
But hold on, Murph. You got a team like Detroit Lions. They was my pick to win the NFC North.
Yes.
And I still stand on that. So they're still in position to win the NFC North. So they had a bad game. What changes them winning the NFC North, Murph?
I still think they win the NFC North.
Okay.
I think they win the NFC North because that's not saying a lot, though. That division weak.
That division is weak. It's weaker.
For the fans out there, guess who's in the NFC North?
It's weaker.
I
just said it's weaker.
You got the Detroit Lions, the Minnesota Vikings, bums.
Who you pick?
No,
go ahead.
Yeah, I did. I picked them, but they bums, and I should never pick Kirk Cousins. The Chicago Bears, come on, man, they defensive coordinator on a federal indictment, and then we got
Green Bay Packers.
Jordan Love, who's technically taking over. Well, he's taking over the reins for Aaron Rodgers, and he started off hot as all rookies do. And what's going on now?
I mean, he's not. Well, he's a rookie playing.
They lost to. They lost yesterday.
He's a rookie as a starter, but this is his third year in the league.
It's his fourth year in the NFL.
Yeah.
But yeah, so to say that they win that division, the Bears are 1-5, 1-6.
The Bears have 2 wins now.
And the Green Bay Packers, they 3-3 at best, 2-4.
2-4, I believe.
Yeah. So I mean, that's like saying you win that's like saying you win in the NFC South. Does that make you a Super Bowl contender?
Yeah, if you in the playoffs, you got an opportunity, you got a chance to get to the Super Bowl. Absolutely. So if you win your division, you have a chance.
You have a chance, but that don't make you a contender, like a top contender.
I said the Detroit Lions are going to win the NFC North. That's what I said.
That's what you said, but that doesn't make them. So you taking them over the Eagles?
Who said that?
That's what I'm saying. That don't make them a contender. They're not contending for nothing.
They're going to win the NFC North. Now, and I also said if you win your division and get into the playoffs, you have a chance.
Everybody got a chance in the playoffs,
right? So what's wrong about that, man?
So we might well say everybody got a chance.
If you make the playoffs, you have a chance.
So that means your Super Bowl pick should just be the whole field.
No, I said the Eagles is my pick to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. And I think,
all I'm saying is that the world. All I'm saying was all I'm saying is that the world last week before Baltimore, before Lamar Jackson, Action Jackson took on the Detroit Lions last week, they were contenders against your Eagles.
Who?
The Detroit Lions. That's what I'm saying.
The world was.
The world. That's what I'm saying. Okay, that's all I'm saying is that Lamar Jackson knocked them off.
Yeah, he did that.
Okay,
bro.
That's all I'm saying.
Everybody gonna have a bad game.
No, so you still defending them. You still Roy really want to say that the Detroit Lions are like that. He really want to say that.
I said they gonna win in the NFC North, and I was telling you. I even told you that yesterday, Murph, when we was talking. I was like, bro, nothing has changed with that position and them in the NFC North. That's still, even though they got blew out by Action Jackson and them, that still doesn't change.
Okay. All right, we'll table that one. I already know. Like I said, who gonna win the AFC North is gonna be Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, and they gonna go to the AFC Championship. Now, what happens there? That's a coin toss.
Okay, so let's get into the next question, Murph.
Okay.
Man, there was a lot of great defensive players that stood out yesterday. Who's the best defensive player in your mind right now?
The best defensive player. I'm gonna let you take that one first, Roy.
So,
who
man,
your favorite defensive player?
That's a great question. You know, I'm gonna roll with that guy, Myles Garrett. Did you see him yesterday against the Colts?
Mama, there go that man.
There goes that man.
Mama, there go that man.
Listen, when you look at a defensive player such as Myles Garrett, when you can single-handedly win a game for your team as a defensive player, you're extremely dominant. You're so dominant that you can change the trajectory of a game with your play-making abilities from a defensive end position, right? There's very few guys in this league. You might have T.J. Watt, you might have Nick Bosa, but specifically Myles Garrett. Let me go over his stats from yesterday. So Myles Garrett had a pass defended. He had a forced fumble. He had 2 sacks. He had, I believe, 9 combined tackles, 7 solo, 2 assists, tackle for loss, 2 quarterback hits. Oh, let's not forget the Superman jump over the line to block the field goal. And that forced fumble was in the end zone where the defense recovered the ball for a touchdown.
Yep.
So, wow. And he's
MVP?
Defensive MVP. He's the best defensive player on the best defensive team in the NFL. Who you got, Murph?
I'm gonna have to go Daniel Hunter. It's not a
Danielle Hunter.
Danielle. I'm sorry, I apologize. I butchered your name, man. It's that Southern twang. But
From the Vikings?
From the Vikings, I gotta go Hunter. Because he's number 1 in all categories. He's number 1 in sacks. He's number 1 in tackles. He's number 1 in tackles for a loss. Pro Football Focus has him rated number 1 in all categories. So I gotta go with Hunter, man. He's not the sexy pick. He's not the, you know what I mean? You know, sometimes you got those sleepers. It's kind of like Damian Lillard in Portland. Like, you know that he's balling, but you're not gonna put him in the MVP race, you know. So I'm here to change the narrative. I'm putting the dude that is number 1 in everything over Myles Garrett, over T.J. Watt, over Max Crosby, over every DN in the league is Danielle Hunter. And he's not the obvious pick. He's not the sexy pick because Minnesota Vikings, they're terrible right now. They were in the playoffs last year. They went, 13-3, 13-4. But Kirk Cousins isn't playing that well this year. Minnesota's not doing good. Justin Jefferson's dealing with some injuries. So it's not the hot pick. But guess what the world talking about, though, Roy?
What?
The world talking about he going to get traded to the Jaguars this season.
Who?
Danielle Hunter.
That's a possibility.
I read a lot of reports last night, man, about saying that he could possibly go to the Jaguars before the trade deadline. And if he goes to the Jaguars, that's going to be
So they're going to compete with your Ravens? They're going to compete with your Ravens and your Dolphins?
I mean, you got to think about it. You got to think about what Myles Garrett got 7 sacks, 16 total tackles. Everybody talking about Myles Garrett. He's got 8 sacks, 16 total tackles. And then you got he's got 7.5 sacks. Then Hunter got 8 sacks, and he's got 22 total tackles versus 16. And he's leading all D linemen.
How many field goal blocks?
Tackles for loss.
How many field goal blocks he got?
I don't know how many field goal blocks he got.
Okay.
He probably got 1 or 2.
Okay. How many touchdowns or forced fumbles he got?
I gotta pull it up. Hold on.
But it's all good. But beyond that, I'm just saying the point I'm trying to make is, Murph, Myles Garrett, when you have a guy that can impact the game the way he does from a defensive standpoint, Danielle Hunter doesn't impact the game the way Myles Garrett does.
How? With 22 tackles and leading the league in sacks?
When you can jump over the line and block a field goal and almost take it back to the house.
So now you gotta block field goals to be the best.
I'm just saying, bro, he's just more dominant player on the best defensive team in the league. Like, there's no arguing about that. You could say Danielle Hunter from a statistical standpoint across the board. That's a good argument. Mm-hmm. But when you talk about impact to the game, oh yeah, Myles Garrett.
Okay. All right, let's move on to the next topic, man. Let's move on. What we got next, Roy?
So next is, should Tyrod Taylor remain the starting quarterback in New York, the QB1 with the Giants? Should Tyrod remain QB1 with the Giants? What's your thoughts? Well, my thoughts on that is,
I'll say yeah.
You say
I'll
yeah?
jump out there and say yeah.
Okay. He should remain, yeah?
Yeah, I'll say it. He won one. They look better with him out there. They look better with him at quarterback. They look better with the pieces around him. He's older. He's a little older than Daniel Jones. He can manage the game better. And he's actually just I think the guys follow after him better than Daniel Jones, man. Daniel Jones, he always looked flustered out there. He always looked like he scared, like he spooked or something. Like, he always got his eyes wide open. Like so I was like, I don't know, man. But
so you like Tyrod?
I like Tyrod, man. I've always liked Tyrod, man. Yeah. He's a good dude. He's always professional. He handles his business, and I think he's given the opportunity and he's taking it. He's running with it. He should, he took the Bills to the door, even though they lost, and they just beat. Who they just beat?
The Redskins? The Giants?
The Giants just beat.
The Redskins. Or the Commanders,
The Commanders, the Commanders. So, yeah, they just beat the Commanders, and Commanders not a bad team. Sam Howell's been like a top quarterback in the NFL this year as far as like top 5, top 10 statistically.
Right.
So for Tyrod to beat them and take the Bills, Josh Allen them to the door last week, I think that he deserves a chance to at least have a conversation about this.
Yeah. I mean, he's been playing pretty good, but I don't think Tyrod should remain the QB1. Mm-hmm. Here's why. Danny Dimes has been without Saquon Barkley most of the season. True. As you know, Saquon Barkley is as far as the Giants will go. And Danny Dimes has had 2 games with Saquon. 2 games, because he got hurt in that second game with the Arizona Cardinals, and quite frankly, that's the game they won with Saquon. So the first game was just a blowout against Dallas. Dallas beat them, 40-0? Mm-hmm. But if you give Danny Dimes, Saquon, the best offensive player on the Giants will win more games. Tyrod has had Saquon the last 2 games, therefore they're 1-1 because of Saquon. So give Danny Dimes a shot. I think Danny Dimes has a little bit more upside with his rushing ability. He can, I think he can push the ball down the field, probably a little bit better. But Tyrod is pretty good. I'm not even gonna say that. It's a close call. But I'm just saying, give Danny Dimes, Saquon, and you'll see the Giants turn around.
Yeah, and then also I think Tyrod is an overall better quarterback than Dan Jones, me personally.
Okay.
But I mean, Dan Jones got what, $70, $80 million guaranteed.
Right.
It's gonna be a long shot for Tyrod to remain quarterback 1. But does it warrant a conversation? Yes.
Definitely.
It definitely warrants a conversation. You know what I mean? But, in the league, it's business. The highest man that's paid the highest, they play first.
Okay.
Period. So you gonna play before if I'm making $100 million and you making $700,000, I'm gonna play first, no matter if you better than me or not.
Right.
So, that's just how the game go. And
so you saying,
call it what you want to call it.
You saying because of the money situation, Danny Dimes gonna play over Tyrod because they gave Danny Dimes the bag?
Facts.
Okay.
That is a fact.
Okay.
But you'll never see nobody. You gotta think about how dumb that makes the whole organization look.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gonna be like, "Damn, bro, you gave this man $100 million." Like, just, only reason why Bijan Robinson against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, like, I don't know, it didn't sound like he had any injuries.
They
it didn't sound like anything. You know what I'm saying? But they
said he was sick, but then come to find out, some reports came out that he violated team rules. So.
Okay, see, and that makes sense.
That makes more sense.
Violate team rules. But at the time, yesterday, people were like, dang, why is Bijan Robinson not playing? Why is he not in the game?
Right.
And it came to my mind, I was like, man, he probably missed curfew. You know what I'm saying? He in them Tampa streets, you know.
Facts.
And that'll wrap you up. So, but think about that over the long haul.
Right.
Bijan Robinson, he's a first-round draft pick. He's getting paid, 20-something, 30-something million. And he's not playing. You know what I mean? Like, that's where that relates same thing to Tyrod Taylor and Daniel Jones. At the end of the day, like, we're here to give you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, Daniel Jones is paid a $100 million quarterback. Somebody that's getting $1 million, $2 million, I'm sorry, you'll never play over him. Look at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield, he got $8 million. Kyle Trask, we all love him. He's a baby Gator. He's only getting $1 million. What would you do? You're an owner, business owner, whatever. You pay somebody $8 million, and then you pay somebody $1 million. Who you want to see? You answer that question. You know what I'm saying? Like, just answer that. You know, viewers, like, just answer. Think about who would you want to see? Who would you want to come to your office and report to you? Somebody that's playing $8 million, you pay $8 million or $1 million, $100 million to $1 million. That's how I go. It's business.
Yeah, facts.
You know?
So Murph, let's get to the next question.
Yeah, let's go. We want to go viewers audible.
Yeah, we can go viewers audible.
Switch it up.
Let's go viewers
audible, man. Any viewers out there? We're gonna hut. Omaha. Changing it up. Omaha. We got a comment from one of our viewers, Tyreek Hill. What? It's a comment. Just gonna say Tyreek Hill. I ain't saying that. Hey.
CMC.
Okay. Now, we had a question. Let's talk about some CMC. Because I was having this discussion before we came on air. All right, CMC is Christian McCaffrey.
Right.
Christian McCaffrey is one of the top running backs in the NFL currently, if not the best running back in the NFL currently today.
Correct.
All right. So, me and Roy was having a discussion before off air, talking about, players and being down and the fact that it's over for the player. Because
it's over?
No, I'm just saying we were kind of talking about opportunities.
Okay.
We're talking about opportunities, and then like Roy was saying, Dalvin Cook is over with, and
facts.
And which is not a fact. He was just in the Pro Bowl last year, 1,300-yard rusher last year. And then now we have Christian McCaffrey come across our screen. I brought this up. Is it not true that Christian McCaffrey was on his way out of Carolina and Carolina had wrote him off?
Right, no, wrong. CMC was, how can you say the best running back in the league was, no, Carolina was rebuilding. So they traded him.
Rebuilding?
Yeah, bro.
They were not rebuilding. Roy, Carolina Panthers, everybody in the world said CMC had come to a halt. He was injured. He was injury prone. He stayed injured. Look at stats up.
Do y'all hear this?
Listen,
CMC was injured, yes, but he didn't lose anything, as you can see with the San Francisco 49ers.
Because of the system. Because of the system that he's in. Kyle Shanahan is an offensive genius. He's an offensive mastermind. There's nobody like Kyle Shanahan. Nobody.
So you're saying CMC was on the decline. That's what you're going to sit here and say?
That's what the world was saying. I ain't say it.
Who's the world? Everybody knows CMC one of the best running backs in the league.
Undisputed. Everybody was saying, bro. Fantasy people was dropping him, bro. You could get Christian McCaffrey.
Okay.
You couldn't get Christian McCaffrey?
Next question.
You couldn't get Christian McCaffrey? When he was hurt?
Bro, he's the number 1 draft pick in fantasy.
This because of last year, not off of Carolina.
He was injured last year.
Not off of Carolina. Not off of Carolina.
He was still consensus.
He was not off of Carolina. No, I'm going to look it up right now.
In Carolina, bro, CMC was top 5 pick every year in Carolina.
All right, bet. I'm going to tell you
and that's a fact.
I'm going to tell you what year
on a fantasy standpoint. But just regardless of fantasy or not, CMC is one of the best running backs in the league.
I'm not saying he's not. Our conversation started with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, I'm saying he's not as efficient as he used to be. And I'm saying, and you were saying CMC too.
Bro, you telling me the year that he had 2020, 2021, 2022, he had 225 yards in the season, 442 yards in the season, 393 yards in the season.
How many games he played?
And then he got out of there.
How many games he played?
They got him out of there.
Injury.
They got him out of there, bro. So you telling me
traded him
in these 3 years where he was at 225 yards, 442 yards, and 339 yards, people was drafting him? You telling me he was on their team? On fantasy?
They got hurt.
Come on, man.
Ask Rashawn Ware. Rashawn, you drafted CMC number one overall.
Stop it, bro.
You drafted
the man
him
was on the decline.
2 years ago.
The man was on a decline.
Man,
he was on a decline, bro.
Man.
He went from 1,000-yard rusher, 1,300 rusher to 225 to 442 to 393. And now he did it last year when he left and got into a better system. It wasn't that he was sorry. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
You said the man was on a decline and they want to let him go and you can pick him up.
Listen, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Same thing with Dalvin Cook. It's not that they're declining. That's how this whole conversation started. It's not that CMC was declining. It's the fact that the system that he was in was terrible. So now you can't say Dalvin Cook is trash.
Dalvin Cook is washed. Dalvin Cook is washed. That's what we disagree. He is washed. You know why? He's not getting carries. He's not efficient. He's not explosive. Guess who is? Breece Hall. Guess who getting the carries? Breece Hall. Come on, man.
Come on. So how you gonna say that though? How he washed though when CMC was just in those same shoes?
Never. CMC was
never
in those shoes.
How was he never in those shoes, Roy? Look at his stats.
He is the best running back in the league. How is he ever in those shoes?
442 yards.
Come on, world.
393 yards.
Subscribes. Do you agree with Murph that CMC is declining?
This man
versus Dalvin
Cook?
Had. Come on, world. I need y'all to chime in.
225 yards in the season.
He was injured, Murph.
Okay,
look at the full season.
Okay,
what's
the full season, 2020.
Most rushing yards, most receptions. Come on, I don't know, not most rushing yards, but most receptions as a running back. Most total yards,
bro. Y'all act like y'all don't watch TV. You act like you don't watch TV, Roy. You don't watch TV. Everybody said that this man was washed, bro. He was too injury prone.
Hold on. Who said CMC was washed? Who? Find me one. Find me two.
I can tell you, Skip Bayless. That's the one right there.
Said CMC was washed?
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
You might be Skip Bayless.
No, you
talking about CMC.
You still talking about Dalvin Cook wash, bro. This man don't even get no opportunities.
He is.
He don't get no opportunities.
Because he don't do nothing with his opportunities. That's why.
That's why you're a fan, bro. Fantasy. That's why he's fantasy, dog. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Fantasy.
Hey, listen, I think the world will agree with CMC is not washed, bro. And we'll agree with Dalvin Cook is washed.
Bro, they traded him. They traded him for a second-round pick.
Look, the fans even saying he was producing with Carolina the year he got traded. Like, what else we need to say?
If you're the best player, then you telling me he gonna get traded? If you're the best player, you're not gonna get traded.
What you mean he not gonna get traded?
He not gonna get traded.
Yes, if they're rebuilding, they traded him for picks, bro. And they were, you might well call it taking. They got the number one pick.
Hold on, this is what I'm trying to clarify to everybody. The issue with Roy that I'm trying to tell everybody, y'all taking it the wrong way. Y'all not listening. Listen first. God gave you 2 ears, 2 eyes, and 1 mouth.
Go ahead.
Listen and watch twice as much as you talk, Trig. First and foremost, all I'm saying is Roy is saying that Dalvin Cook is washed up.
Yes, I am saying
he
that.
left a team.
Right.
He was just had 1,300.
No, he didn't leave. He got cut. Let's be clear on that. He got cut in March.
He just had 1,300 yards. Cut. He had 1,300 yards.
He ain't getting cut.
He had 1,300 yards last year and was in the Pro Bowl. Last year, 2023, January 2023.
Dalvin, this Dalvin right here.
So at the end of the day, hold on, bro, let me finish. Can I get my point across?
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is all I'm saying. From one team to the next team, everybody was saying that Christian McCaffrey was washed. I don't care what nobody say, dog. Y'all could sit here and act like y'all was, big, bad, mighty. Y'all knew that better. Bro, the stats don't lie. The man had 225 yards, had 442 yards, then had 393.
Okay, Murph.
Injuries happen. Injuries happen.
I'm going to tell you.
Injuries happen. Injuries happen. And at the end of the day, all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, nobody's letting me finish my point. All I'm saying is the fact that you get, when injuries happen and you move to a new team, it could be for better or it could be for worse. Even if it's for better, even if it's for worse, does not mean that it's over with. It doesn't mean that it's over with. That's what I'm trying to get you to say. See, dog, it don't mean just because Dalvin Cook goes to a team, that's why I don't like
but you fundamentally
people, dog.
wrong.
I don't like media people, bro, because you're going to sit there and this man was in the Pro Bowl last year. And now he washed.
He's washed. Just like
I'm done.
Just
I'm
like
done.
just
I'm
like
done,
just
bro.
like
I'm done,
just
bro.
like Henry.
I'm done, bro.
Just like Henry.
I'm done. Any of the next? Derrick Henry washed too?
Yes, he is. Why you
I'm
think
done, bro.
Why you think he only
I'm
get
done,
half
man.
the carries?
I'm done, bro.
Why you don't think he getting half the
Because
carries?
they gonna have to
Why you
pay
think
him.
his production's not
They
the
gonna
same?
have to pay him. Roy, what are you talking? You're not even thinking.
They're not gonna pay him.
You gotta pay him.
They're not gonna pay him.
You have to pay him.
They gonna let him walk.
That's why they
gonna let him walk.
Bro, if you got incentives on your contract, if you get X amount of carries, X amount of touches, X amount of touchdowns, you get $1 million bonus. $1.5 million bonus. All that added onto his contract. Where he already sitting at what? 14, 15 million a year. Of course they're not gonna play him. That don't mean he washed.
And who not watch? Derrick Henry?
Yes, that don't mean he washed, bro. It's contracts, bro. That's one thing that people really don't understand, bro. Is the fact
Look
of the
at
matter
his numbers.
is contract
It's declining, bro. It's that numbers
How?
don't
He
lie.
just had 1,500 yards last year, Roy. How's he declining?
Look at
he
it.
had 1,500 yards, and now he's under contract.
Look at
his contract is up, and they're not playing him. You don't think, ding, 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 ding. We're not gonna pay this man.
So listen. So with the carries
Point
he's getting,
proven.
no,
Rest my
no
case.
point proven.
Point
He's not
proven, rest
producing
my
the
case.
same amount
A
that he
point
was
proven, rest
last
my
year.
case.
He's not producing like if you look through 6 games last year versus this year, I guarantee the numbers are down. Guaranteed.
Because they don't want to pay him. It's a contract year. Mike Evans, the same thing. The only reason why they playing Mike Evans, the only reason they playing Mike Evans, dog, is because they don't got nobody else.
So why did Josh Jacobs lead the league in rushing last year in the contract year? Why? Tell me why.
What are you talking about, Josh Jacobs? What were you talking about? We're not even talking about Josh Jacobs.
It was his contract
You
year.
tell me.
It was his contract year. His contract was up. He was in the final year in this deal, and he led the league in rushing. Why did that happen? Since they not trying to pay. Why did that happen?
He franchise tag. They knew they had a franchise tag.
Last year Josh Jacobs was in the last year in this deal.
It was franchise
just like
tag.
King Henry is this year, and he led the league in rushing. Why Derrick Henry not leading the league in rushing?
It's different systems, Roy. What work for one business don't work for the next business.
Okay, now it's different. Okay.
One business model
Okay,
versus
now it's different.
everybody got the same business model.
No.
Okay then, you a businessman. No, everybody don't got the same business model.
All right, let's go to the
Everybody
next
team
question.
different.
Let's go to the next question. Let's get into. You want to go basketball? Or you want to get into the Monday night predictions?
Monday night predictions.
Okay.
We can wrap it up. We can wrap it up.
Monday night predictions. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Every week we go with our questions.
Yes,
then we go
sir.
to our viewers' audibles. Then we get into our Monday night picks. So right now we're in a part of the show where we're getting into our Monday night picks.
Yep.
So we got tonight San Francisco 49ers versus the Minnesota Vikings. I'm sorry, Murph, who you got?
Minnesota Vikings, 49ers. I got to take the 49ers.
Okay.
We're going to see what your boy CMC do. You know what I'm saying? Because he
got an oblique injury, so I mean.
Well, I
come
mean,
on.
against the Dallas Cowboys, he had 20 carries. He only had 40 yards. And, everybody had a bad game, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Bro, out of 17 games, you're not going to have 100 yards rushing.
All right. I'm just saying.
Who you know did 100 yards rushing every single game of the season? Who you know?
A lot. There's some few running backs.
That had over 100 yards every single game of the season?
I mean, you want to go historically? You want to go like
No, I'm
the
saying,
best?
what running back in the league right now has gone
right now?
100?
Okay, league right now. Okay, right now. Okay.
Bro,
Go ahead.
we talking about
Go with
this
your
year
pick.
or 10 years ago?
Go with your pick. I'm just saying. I'll answer
know
the
what I'm
question.
going with.
You said name a running back. I'm just saying I can name some running backs, bro. That 2,000 yards seasons, bro. Like
and
rushing 2,000 yards,
and they had over 100 yards every game of that season, or they had
probably 99. They probably didn't have 40, 50. They ain't have that 40.
Man, it's hard for a running back to go over 100 yards every game of the season. That's like asking you to never miss a free throw. Like that's probably not gonna happen.
Yep.
But anyway, tonight I like 49ers, one of my NFC championship picks to get there. So I see a lot of tight end play because Debo's not playing. So whenever Debo's out, you got Kittle that steps
Debo's
up.
out?
Yeah, Debo's out. He's out for 2
I got
games.
Kittle too, man.
So
4-0 in my fantasy league, man. All these ones that be talking on this show was crazy. I'm smacking all of them in fantasy.
So
I'm number
Kittle-
one.
Kittle-
Smacking him, smacking all of them.
Hold
Trade,
on.
BC,
Hold
down
on,
the line.
Hold on. We're going to get into fantasy. We're going to get into fantasy.
Okay,
but going back to Monday night.
Going down the line, pop my stuff today. I'm popping my talk today.
I think Kittle going to get off. I think Ayuk going to get off. I think Purdy going to have a good game. I think they'll use CMC. I don't think they'll give him as much of a workload as he usually gets because they're going to be, I think, a little bit more cautious with the oblique injury. But no, I think Vikings without Justin Jefferson, you can just hang that up. The passing game looks totally different over there in Minnesota without Jefferson. Madison, Akers, not doing anything against that 49ers defense. So it's going to be a lot of Kirk Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have a lot of interceptions. And when I say a lot, I mean 2. He's going to probably have about maybe 2 interceptions.
So what your prediction is then?
The score?
Yeah, what's your score prediction?
49ers take it 24 to Vikings 17. 24-17.
24-17. That's a good score. 24-17. And another thing, I'm not a Brock Purdy fan. My man, Brock Purdy, I'm not a Brock Purdy fan.
He gets the job done. Purdy gets the job done.
He got a lot of weapons around him.
Yeah, he does.
24-17. All right, I'll go same score.
24-17.
I'm gonna rock with you, Roy. You was on point last week. I'm gonna rock with you.
Appreciate
I'm
you.
gonna rock with you. I'm gonna rock 24-17. 49ers take it. Again, like, subscribe, comment to 1’s podcast with Murph and Roy. We appreciate you for joining us this week. Always is all love. We just really thank y'all for, chiming in and tuning in. And, we're going to have multiple people on shows. We're going to have me and Roy. We're going to just do it all. We're going to do it all. Make sure, again, holler at us if you need your company promoted on 1’s podcast. Again, man, 1’s podcast where you get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Well, at least in our minds. Much love. Salute.
See y'all next week.